She's not supposed to be distracted.
Yeah, sorry. I think you can see. Okay. So from the mountainous tops of the Alps to the Mediterranean Sea, Italy is one of the most visited countries according to the World of Wanderlust. So how many people, or how many of y'all actually have Italy on your bucket list? Okay, so for the people who don't have Italy on their bucket list, a trip will give you a better understanding of Italian history, appreciation of the classic pizza, and also fun activities you cannot do anywhere else in the world. There are many unforgettable sites like the Statue of David, the Tower of Pisa, and St. Mark's Square. Since there are too many sites to tell all of you, I will share my top 3. And the first one is the Sistine Chapel. Here's a picture. In 1512, Michelangelo painted the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel. The most famous section of the chapel is called the Creation of Adam, and it's God and Adam actually touching fingers, which is somewhere on there. Michelangelo actually didn't want anything to do with the painting of the Sistine Chapel, only because he was actually a sculptor, and that was according to the History Channel online. And then you can actually tour the Sistine Chapel. It does take over the entire ceiling. Most people think that it's just only the creation of Adam for the ceiling, but it actually takes over the entire ceiling of the chapel. Another historical site in Italy is Pompeii, which was actually a town close to Naples, and it was in 79 AD. Mount Vesuvius covered it with a huge eruption, and it actually killed about 2,000 people. You can actually see it today and tour. They've actually restored most of the paintings, a lot of the buildings, so you can actually walk through the streets, and it's very, very interesting. It was actually uncovered in 1748 by a bunch of discoverers. And then, even though there are some very iconic representations of this wonderful country, everyone really wants to know about the food. So that actually brings me to the margherita pizza, which was actually named after Queen Margherita of Savoy, she was in Naples with her husband, and there was a chef named Raphael, and he wanted to kind of make something interesting for the Queen, so he actually created a flatbread with mozzarella, mozzarella, basil, and tomatoes to represent the Italian flag, and actually named it after her, Pizza Margherita. So that's where the pizza story comes from. And then after indulging in some great pizza, you can check out some activities that you can't do anywhere else in the world. Kind of like if you go to Venice, you can check out some glass blowing, which is actually passed down from generation, from family to family. They take a long piece of, I think it's like metal, and they blow glass, and they create sculptures, earrings, bowls, a lot of very interesting things. And then also you can take a gondola ride through the canals, catch sights of St. Mark's Square, maybe Brad and Angelina's home in Venice, which would be very interesting. But according to NBC News, Venice is sinking. So if you don't go now, you may miss it later. It may disappear. And so, and then if you're into fashion, Milan is the world's, is the fashion capital of the world. They actually have 4 major intersections that actually create a fashion quadrilateral, which is on all the streets. It's they have Dolce & Gabbana, Burberry, Dior, Chanel. So it's kind of just like a square of shopping. So it's very interesting. After hearing all of these intriguing things, let's revisit the highlights of this wonderful country. Taking a trip to Italy is a no-brainer when you consider the historical sites, the amazing pizza, and the unique experience that you will not be able to experience anywhere else. Some of these things will not be here forever, so it's important to pack your bags and make the trip. Traveling to Italy is affordable now, so get there fast. Do y'all have any questions?
I have a question.
Okay.
Have you actually been there?
Yes, I have.
Okay, what was your favorite thing that you ate?
Oh my goodness. Definitely the pizza and some great gelato.
Oh. What is gelato? Tell me.
It is this, it's a kind of like a cream, it's ice cream basically, but it's a more rich version of ice cream. I'm not really sure how they make it, but it's very good. And I actually went to Italy for a school trip.
You've sold me on gelato.
It's really good.
I have a question. What was your favorite city in Italy when you went on your trip?
I would have to say it's a lot. I saw many cities, probably about 6 to 7. So I think out of all of them, I would have to say Venice was my favorite. There's a lot of very beautiful historical things. They have an island called Burano, which they make a lot of lace. And it's just very beautiful and very quaint. And there's a lot to see there. So I really enjoyed that city. So, any more questions?
I don't speak Italian. So when you go over there as an American citizen, do a lot of people speak English there? Or how do you?
Most of them do speak English. Not a lot of English, but basic English. So when I went, I mean, I carried a little dictionary around, but you really don't need it. They know the basic words of English, so you really don't need it. If you want to pick your bags now, then you can go. It's a lot of fun. Very enjoyable trip. Grandma, do you have any questions? All right. Y'all are good? All right. Thank you.